Attention, please. Here's something I bet you didn't know. Not all supplements are created equal. At HealthSpan, our omega-3 oil is sustainably sourced from the South Pacific Ocean. We find our turmeric on the southern slopes of India. And our cod liver oil comes from the cold, crisp seas of Greenland. We work hard to seek out the best ingredients for all our supplements because that's the HealthSpan way. We're healthspan.co.uk. Vitamins and supplements in-store or direct to your door.
SIM-only plans? There are always so many tempting options. So you jump headfirst into a long contract, which keeps you locked in for 12 months.
Somebody let me out!
At Labara, we offer great value plans and total flexibility. You can get 10 gigs of data, unlimited UK minutes and texts, and 100 international minutes for just £10 a month. And you can change or cancel anytime.
Now I feel free!
Buy now at labara.co.uk.
Are they about to triple their gold medal total tonight? It's an all-British podium on home soil. A stunning swim.
It's a second and a half quicker than anybody else in the world.
The youngster from Great Britain getting roared home by this partisan crowd.
Well, good evening and welcome everyone back to the Aberdeen Sports Village. We are live here from the northeast of Scotland for the third day of finals for the City Para-Swimming World Series, incorporating the British Para-Swimming Meet. A great morning of heats this morning, and the finalists will be taking the start tonight just in about 3 or 4 minutes' time. But a great day of action yesterday evening with the crowning another 6 champions in the world para-swimming meet. We're going to have another 6 champions tonight. And there's the lineup for tonight's events. The women's and men's 50 metres butterfly. They start us off. Got a world record holder, Daniel Doris from Canada, going in the first one. And 7-time Paralympian Javi Torres from Spain going in the men's event. The women's and men's 400 freestyle very, very close in terms of the points. In fact, just 5 points separating the top 4 swimmers in the women's event and 12 points separating the top 3 men in the men's event in the 400. So that is very close. The medals could go absolutely anywhere in those World Para Series. The women's and men's 200 metres freestyle, well, they finish us off tonight, and again, a big presence from a number of major internationals here. It's going to be fast, it's going to be furious, it's going to be a great night of action here in Aberdeen. British Swimming would like to thank our official partners, Labara and Up and Go, our official suppliers, Healthspan and SOS, and hosts Aberdeen City Council for their support of this event. Our technical officials are already on pool deck, so let me introduce to you your lead officials for this evening's session. The technical delegate is Tony Wards. The assistant technical delegate, Dave Metcalf. The referee for the men's event, Sue Barker. The referee for the women's event, Dave Harmon. In the control room, Roger Pryor. The starter for the men's event, Jerry Metcalf. Starter for women's events, Elizabeth Fitzsimmons. Thank you very much, officials. Please welcome the finalists for the women's 50 meters butterfly World Series final. In lane 2, representing Canada, Danielle Kisser. In lane 3, representing Canada, Miriam Solomon. In lane 4, representing Canada, Danielle Doris. In lane 5, representing Ireland, Nicole Turner. In lane 6, representing Canada, Colleen Cloetta. In lane 7, representing Great Britain, Ellie Chalice. These are the finalists for the women's 50 meters butterfly World Series final. For the first World Series final of tonight. And the big favourite for this one will be the Paralympic champion Danielle Doris from Canada. And just going well ahead of the rest of the field here, Nicole Turner, one lane up, the Irish swimmer, the silver medalist in the S6 class in the Tokyo Paralympic Games. But Danielle Doris is stretching away from the field. She is the world record holder. Expect a big points total from the Canadian here as she hits the wall in 33.79. It's a huge points total for the Canadian. Nicole Turner in second place in 38.71. And we'll keep an eye on the other swimmers coming in now. Third place, Miriam Solomon. The lowest numerical class is Great Britain's Ellie Chalice. She's in the S3 classification. and she is the European record holder at a time of 58.30. So here comes Ellie Chalice into the wall now in 103.38. It's another big points total for Ellie Chalice though, but it's not going to be good enough to challenge Danielle Doris, world record holder and Paralympic champion in the S7 classification. And the results are confirmed for that first World Series final of the evening. Ellie Chalice in third position with 689 points. Nicole Turner will take the silver in 7:11, but the World Series champion will be Danielle Doris from Canada. Please welcome the finalists for the men's 50 metres butterfly national final. In lane 4, representing Mount Kelly, Sebastian Williams. In lane 5, representing Northampton, Bruce D. These are the finalists for the men's 50 metres butterfly national final. Two swimmers taking the start for this national final. It'll be Sebastian Williams, who's going to be the favourite for this one. He's the older of the two swimmers. They're both in the same classification in the S6 class. Sebastian Williams had a very, very good heat swim, 37.23 that he went. He's faster than many of the international swimmers and higher points total as well. But here comes Sebastian Williams from Mount Kelly. He is heading Bruce D. Let's see if he can challenge that time that he did in the heats this morning. 37. It's another 37, I think, for him. Yeah, 37.72 for Sebastian Williams. Very consistent swimming from the man from Mount Kelly. And Bruce D as well. Another 42-second swim for the man from Northampton. There's confirmation of the results. Sebastian Williams from Mount Kelly takes that national final, 497 points. Please welcome the finalists for the men's 50 metres butterfly World Series final. In lane 3, representing Spain, Javi Torres. In lane 4, representing Switzerland, Leo McCree. In lane 5, representing Germany, Fabian Brunner. These are the finalists for the men's 50 metres butterfly World Series final. swimmer in the S4 class is Javi Torres, a 7-time Paralympian from Spain. He is against the two S6 swimmers, Leo McCree and Fabian Brunner, both internationalists for their respective countries. Leo McCree for Switzerland, Fabian Brunner for Germany. And it looks like Leo McCree has the edge here over the German swimmer. Are they going to have enough points to hold off the challenge of Javi Torres? He had a good win yesterday in the 50 metres backstroke. He wants to double up, but Leo McCree might have other ideas about this one. Leo McCree from Switzerland now coming in to the closing stage. He's here, 39.26, and that will earn him 441 points. But here comes Javi Torres now. Is it going to be a points total big enough to topple the man from Switzerland? It just about is for Javi Torres, 50.19 for the S4 swimmer from Spain. And that should earn him 524 points. And that should be good enough to take another World Para Series title for Javi Torres from Spain. We have confirmation of the result. Fabian Brunner in third position, Leo McCree in second, but the winner of the World Series final for 50 metres butterfly, Javi Torres from Spain. Please welcome the finalists for the women's 400 metres freestyle national final. In lane 0, representing RTW Monson, Fern Snedden. In lane 1, representing Northampton, Scarlett Humphrey. In lane 2, representing Northampton, Eliza Humphrey. In lane 3, representing Nuneaton, Eva French. In lane 4, representing Rhondda Kinnon-Taff, Rebecca Lewis. In lane 5, representing Torfaen, Megan Willis. In lane 6, representing Borough of Kirklees, Astrid Carroll. In lane 7, representing Carnegie, Katie Pake. In lane 8, representing Flitwick, Abigail Wickens. In lane 9, representing Alsager, Rachel Partington. These are the finalists for the women's 400 metres freestyle national final. So this should be very interesting indeed. The two Humphrey sisters side by side there in lanes 1 and 2 in this 400 freestyle. I say side by side, they've gone immediately to the opposite ends of the lane ropes. They're about as far away as they can get from each other around there in lane 1 and 2. Swimmers with no vision at all, they're totally blind. They are wearing blacked out goggles, and you see the tappers at the end here for the Humphrey sisters. Scarlett Humphrey, of course, that excellent time yesterday to break that long-standing British record. Stood since 1996, so I wonder if we're going to see another good time from both the Humphrey sisters Right out in front though, in the centre of the pool, in those two yellow lanes. Bottom lane is lane number 4, and that's occupied by Rebecca Lewis. And in lane number 5 is Megan Willis. So they were in different heats this morning. And they both recorded very, very similar times. Rebecca Lewis 5:21 and Megan Willis 5:22. Megan Willis was well ahead of her heat, so she had to do the 400 pretty much on her own. She's going to have some company now. Rebecca Lewis right alongside her there. Also going well, one lane down, is Eva French. And the field getting quite well spread out, even in these early stages here. Going well in lane number 6, Astrid Carroll from Borough of Kirklees. And Katie Pake alongside her from Carnegie. Those are the two youngest swimmers in the field. We've seen them swim a few times over the last few days. And Astrid Carroll, born in 2009. So just 12 years of age, 13 years of age this year. And Katie Pake just 1 year older. So a real good prospects for the future for those two. And they've had some good swims, as I said, this week already. Rebecca Lewis, though, out in front, alongside Megan Willis. These two absolutely stroke for stroke here. They both swim in the S10 class, so it's a straight fight to the wall. We have a range of classifications in this one. The two outside lanes occupied by the two S6 swimmers, Fern Snedden and Rachel Partington. So we'll keep an eye on them when it comes to the points totals at the end of this national final. Megan Willis getting off that wall really well at the halfway point. Start the tactics to go from halfway, go from 200, trying to break the field here. Rebecca Lewis trying to hang on now to Megan Willis as they go through into the second half of this race. Eva French still going well in 3rd place. And in 4th place it is still Astrid Carroll. We will look at the progress of the Humphreys sisters as well. They're both in the S11 classification. And at the moment, there's not much to choose between them. Eliza Humphrey and Scarlett Humphrey. Eliza may be just with the edge. These S11 swimmers, really remarkable that how the Humphreys sisters have come through in recent years. Great prospects for the future as well. Megan Willis is going really well at the head of this field as she comes to the 300 mark. 3:55.02 at that turn. And she's opened up a gap of about 3 seconds there on that 100. And Megan Willis, again, she's only just 14, 15 years of age this year. Real good youngster as well, great prospect. Two Humphrey sisters just going past there, coming into the 300 mark. Tappers ready for those two. It's going to be a real battle to the finish for the two Humphrey sisters, I think. As Megan Willis now goes over on that final turn. We'll just check the gap between her and Rebecca Lewis. And the gap's now 4 seconds, so Megan Willis just pulling away now as she's coming down this last 50. Eva French still very much in 3rd position. Still Astrid Carroll in 4th place. Still the Humphrey sisters almost side by side there, challenging for 5th position. But of course, it's not about the positions necessarily. It is about the points at the end of this race. But here comes Megan Willis. She has an entry time from this morning of 5:22, and she is going to absolutely obliterate that one. She does 5:16.48. Another great swim from Megan Willis. She's followed home by Rebecca Lewis, who also improves on her time from this morning. And here comes Eva French now, coming into the wall for 3rd position. In terms of points, Megan Willis is the highest so far with 580 points. Astrid Carroll, the visually impaired swimmer, now coming in to the finish now. And here come the Humphrey sisters now, and it looks like it might be Eliza Humphrey who's got the edge over her sister just in those last 100 metres here. Eliza Humphrey coming into the wall, gets the tap, stretches for the wall, and she gets in a time of 6:02.03. Scarlett Humphrey was 6:04.42. Wow, that was close between the two sisters. Fern Snedden coming in now in 6:15.84 for 532 points for Fern Snedden. So looking at the points totals as they stand, with one swimmer still to finish, Megan Willis with 580 points may well take this one ahead of Eliza Humphrey and Scarlett Humphrey. Oh, in fact, Fern Snedden, I think, has got in between the two Humphrey sisters. So well done, Fern Snedden. As Rachel Partington coming into the wall, the Alsager swimmer hits the wall now in 6:52.14. Big improvement from this morning's heat, so well done, Rachel. So wait for confirmation of those results. As these swimmers exit the water, we have been told it's Fern Snedden's birthday today. So many congratulations to Fern Snedden on your birthday. Another good swim from Fern there, 6:15.84, and she splits the Humphrey sisters in terms of points. Humphrey sisters have to get their goggles checked before this result can be made official. They are in the S11 class. They do have blacked out goggles, and those goggles have to be checked before we can confirm the times. It's a great contest between the two. We didn't expect anything less. They have been well matched at this World Para Series meet. And the result, I think we have confirmation of the result now. And there we are, Scarlett Humphrey in fifth, Fern Snedden splitting the two Humphrey sisters. Eliza Humphrey in third, but it was the two out in front of the field that take the top two spots. Rebecca Lewis in second and Megan Willis in first. So the two Humphrey sisters, that was fascinating to see the two sisters there. They have traded the bragging rights, I would say, between the two of them in a number of events this week. And it was Eliza that came out on top there. Scarlett Humphrey as well, great swim yesterday, breaking that long-standing British record. And the two of them are really pushing each other on. It's been a while since Great Britain have had an S11 swimmer of international quality. Probably the last was the Elaine Barrett from gold medalist from the 2004 Paralympics. So it's been a long time, and it's great to see the Humphrey sisters making their improvements. Well, another good swim at the front as well. Megan Willis, another youngster. Very good performance from her. Fast in the morning's heats and faster again in the final. Well, that was the British final. A lot of drama there. The international final yet to come. Massive names here. Should be a very, very close contest. As I said in the introduction, just 5 points separating the top 4 swimmers. Maisie Summers-Newton goes in that one. Tony Shaw, Roisin Nirian, Zara Maluli. It's going to be a cracker. Please welcome the finalists for the women's 400 metres freestyle World Series final. In lane 0, representing Great Britain, Maisie Summers-Newton. In lane 1, representing Great Britain, Amber Haycock. In lane 2, representing Canada, Ariana Hunsiker. In lane 3, representing Great Britain, Tony Shaw. In lane 4, representing Ireland, Roisin Nirian. In lane 5, representing Great Britain, Zara Maluli. In lane 6, representing Spain, Nahia Zudari Borezzo. In lane 7, representing Ireland, Amy Sheridan. In lane 8, representing Germany, Mira Yin Mak. In lane 9, representing Great Britain, Charlotte Hyde. This is the final of the women's 400 meters freestyle World Series final.
Take your mark.
Good start in the centre of the pool there from the Irish swimmer, Roisin Urian. S13 swimmer, with a visual impairment. And one of the fastest points, total fastest swim this morning she had in 4:46.33. One of the biggest points total, 745 points. Just this eclipsed by Zara Maluli in the lane next to her, one lane up in lane number 5. Zara Maluli, World Championship medalist in 2019 in this event, swimming in the S10 class. She's the British record holder. And one lane down from the Irish swimmer is the bronze medalist at the Paralympic Games, and that was Tony Shaw. He was based here in Aberdeen up until very recently, until returning from Tokyo last year. She's now at the University of Stirling. And those three had a very similar race this morning when they stretched out ahead of the others in the field. Zara Maluli it was with the highest points total, 749. But let's not forget about Maisie Summers-Newton, who goes in lane number 0. Right down at the bottom here. She was 748 points this morning, just 1 point shy of that points total from Zara Maluli. So she's in the S6 class, so as I said, it's not all about who touches the wall first, it's all about the points, how close they can get to the world record mark for their particular classification. Maisie Summers-Newton had an excellent Paralympic Games, a sensational Paralympic Games, with 2 gold medals in the 100 breaststroke and the 200 individual medley. And that's the 2 titles that she's won here at this World Para Series meet in the first 2 days. She'd love to make it a triple. It's going to have to be right on her time from this morning if she's going to do that, because these 3 at the front of the field are pulling away from the others and pacing each other through to decent times here by the looks of things. Roisin Urian going over in 2:20.09. Tony Shaw on the 2:20 mark. Zara Maluli on the 2:21 mark. Very, very close between the leading 3 swimmers here. Roisin Urian has been in great form here in Aberdeen. A couple of great swims yesterday. She took the World Para Series title in the backstroke and shared that points position with Hannah Russell of Great Britain. So it was a tied World Series gold medal and title. And she's looking good, but Tony Shaw is sticking to the task here. She's doing really well, trying just on the shoulder of the Irish swimmer, Roisin Urian. And Tony Shaw looking very good as they come down to this 300 mark. Zara Maluli just dropping off the pace very slightly here. And we'll still keep an eye on Maisie Summers-Newton as well. She's just gone over at the bottom end on her turn. So Maisie Summers-Newton was well, some 45 seconds behind the other swimmers this morning. She's got to be in that sort of region. She's got to be close enough to challenge in terms of points. But Tony Shaw, Roisin Ní Rian going really, really well here at the front of the field. Bit of a battle for fourth position as they come into their 300 metres turn between 3 or 4 swimmers there. All the international swimmers, Ariana Hansiker, we have Nahe Zodar Barretso, and also Amy Sheridan as well from Ireland. They're all going really well there, but they're not catching the front two here. This is going to be a real fight to the finish between Roisin Ní Rian and Tony Shaw. Roisin Ní Rian, well, she was around about 4 seconds faster than Tony Shaw in the heats, and there was only 1 point separating them, so this looks like it's going to be a big points total for Tony Shaw of Great Britain here. I think it's going to be higher than the Irish swimmer. Roisin Ní Rian may hold on to get the touch here, but Tony Shaw has had a very good swim as she comes in just behind Ní Rian. It's 4:43 for Roisin Ní Rian. It is 4:44 for Tony Shaw. That's the highest points total so far, 798 points. I think the only one who could challenge that may well be Maisie Summers-Newton, as the other swimmers coming in to the closing stages here. Ariana Hansiker and Nahe Zodar Barretso in almost together. Amy Sheridan in 6th place. Here comes Maisie Summers-Newton now. Well, can Maisie Summers-Newton challenge the points total of Tony Shaw? 798 points is the target for Maisie Summers-Newton. It's going to be faster than she went this morning. It's 777 points for Maisie Summers-Newton, just shy of the mark set by Tony Shaw. So it looks like Great Britain might be 1 and 2, with Roisin Ní Rian maybe in 3rd position. We'll wait for confirmation of that. 5:31.28 for Maisie Summers-Newton. That was an excellent swim there in that outside lane. 4-second improvement from this morning's swim, and an improvement on the times and the points. There is the confirmed result. It is bronze to Ireland, Roisin Ní Rian, 765 points. Maisie Summers-Newton takes the silver on 777, but the gold goes to Tony Shaw, 798 points. She is the World Series champion. Please welcome the finalists for the men's 400 metres freestyle national final. In lane 0, representing Mount Kelly, Alexander Hobbs. In lane 1, representing City of Manchester Aquatic, Ethan Naisbitt. In lane 2, representing Romsey Totten, Matthew Davies. In lane 3, representing Bournemouth College, Luke Boyles. In lane 4, representing Brompton, Balthazar Bradshaw. In lane 5, representing Bournemouth, Zach Sturgis. In lane 6, representing Nova Centurion, Owen Say. In line 7, representing Gloucester, Jacob Wood. In line 8, representing Mount Kelly, Sebastian Williams. In line 9, representing Northampton, Bruce D. These are the finalists for the men's 400 metres freestyle national final. National final for the 400 metres freestyle underway. Balthazar Bradshaw finished very strongly in the heats. He was up against Luke Batty in that kind of head-to-head in one of the heats this morning. And pulled back on Luke Batty, who's an early leader and goes in the World Series final for the next event. Balthazar Bradshaw was hoping to claim this one for himself. Zach Sturgis is also in the mix as well in that particular heat, so those two know each other well from this morning. They'll have their own tactics. Balthazar Bradshaw in the bottom of these two yellow marked lanes. Zach Sturgis one lane up, both in the S10 class, so a straight fight between these two. One lane down from the two S10s is Luke Boyles from Bournemouth College. He's a visually impaired swimmer in the S12 classification. And Owen Say from Nova Centurion, an S8 swimmer with that green cap, just one lane up from the yellow marked lanes. The lowest numerical classes in this one out there in 8 and 9, Sebastian Williams and Bruce D back in the water again after their butterfly swims. They're in the S6 classification, and right down at the bottom in lane 0, Alexander Hobbs is an S7 swimmer. And the other swimmers in the field, all S9s. So a range of classes. All we need to know at the moment is that Zach Sturgis has got the edge over his S10 rival, Balthazar Bradshaw. Zach Sturgis, time 4:54. Balthazar Bradshaw, 4:52. So Bradshaw, at this stage in the heats this morning, he was around about this kind of gap behind Luke Batty. Really picked up in the second half. I wonder if that's going to continue. You have to say that Zach Sturgis looking pretty good. Looking pretty strong as he comes into the second half of this one. Still going over in third position is Luke Boyles, another swimmer from Bournemouth. And Owen Say, that familiar green cap of Nova Centurion in lane number 6. Nova Centurion, of course, great record over the years in terms of Paralympians. Sam and Ollie Hind, both Paralympic champions. Charlotte Henshaw, as well, a Paralympic medalist in the pool. And also Paralympic gold medalist in para-canoeing as well very recently in Tokyo. So great history of para-sport come through the Nova Centurion Club. Owen Say might be one of the next generation. And what about this swim at the front of the field? Zach Sturgis really taking it to the others. As I said, 4:54 this morning in the heats. He's going to be much faster than that if he continues this pace. He's stretching away from Balthazar Bradshaw all the time. Bradshaw now some 9.5 seconds is the gap between Sturgis and Bradshaw. I don't think Bradshaw particularly slowing down because Sturgis, he's maintaining his gap against Luke Boyles and ONC, but Zach Sturgis is away and clear and stretching that lead. He's really pushing on hard, Zach Sturgis. This is going to be an excellent time for him. Goes over the wall at 4:09. So if he can come back in, well, he's going to be somewhere around about the mid 440s, I think. And just bring this home. He's looking very, very strong indeed as he comes into the last 15 metres. This has been an excellent display from Zach Sturgis. He's going to take this one comfortably. It's going to be very close to the 440 mark. Great swim from Zach Sturgis, 4:43.86. He takes that one, really stretching away from the rest of the field. Balthazar Bradshaw was blown away in the second half of that one. He comes in now in 4:58.21. 5:87 for Zach Sturgis. That's the target for the others. Let's see the points total for Luke Boyles as he comes in now. 5:09.09 and 503 points. ONC into the wall now for the Nova swimmer. He is in the 500 range as well. Not quite as much as Zach Sturgis. Matthew Davies coming in now. It's a close contest for the next position between Ethan Naisbitt and Jacob Wood. Maybe Ethan Naisbitt just going to take the touch here. I think, oh, he did. Only just by 0.2 of a second. And the three swimmers in the lower numerical class. What's Sebastian Williams got? Can he challenge the points total? Oh, in the 500 range for Sebastian Williams. But still, it's Zach Sturgis at the top. 587 points, still the mark to beat. And I don't think that Alexander Hobbs or Bruce D can challenge that now. Alexander Hobbs coming in 6:12.54. And Bruce D, the Northampton swimmer, he comes in now in 6:26.61. 412 points. So Zach Sturgis set the target. They all aimed at that target. Some got close, but Zach Sturgis held on to that points total, and he should be at the top of this national final. There's the results confirmed. Zach Sturgis takes it, 587 points. It's ONC with 542 in second, and Sebastian Williams with 518 in third. Please welcome the finalists for the men's 400 metres freestyle World Series final. In lane 0, representing Great Britain, Michael Jones. In lane 1, representing Great Britain, Luke Batty. In lane 2, representing Ireland, Barry McClements. In lane 3, representing Great Britain, Kieran Williams. In lane 4, representing Great Britain, Oliver Carter. In lane 5, representing Germany, Justin Kaps. In lane 6, representing Germany, Laurin Matti Walter. In lane 7, representing Spain, Inigo Lopez Sanz. In lane 8, representing Canada, Zach Zona. In lane 9, representing Great Britain, Sam Downey. These are the finalists for the men's 400 metres freestyle World Series final. This was another race. It's very close in terms of points from the qualification heats. Ollie Carter from Great Britain goes in lane number 4. Justin Capps from Germany in lane number 5. They paced each other in the heats, the two S10 swimmer, side by side. It was Ollie Carter who came out on top at the end. Kieran Williams, the third of the S10 swimmers, alongside Carter and Capps. The 3 S10 swimmers go out ahead of the field. Remember, S1 to 10 is for swimmers with a physical impairment, with S10 being the most minimal impairment. So the 3 S10s out ahead. On either side of them, we have a couple of S9s as well. Maureen Mathivalta from Germany, and closest to us, Barry McClements from Ireland. Luke Batty also in there. He had a great swim in the heats this morning. The Bolton Metro swimmer representing Great Britain. Don't forget Mikey Jones, Paralympic champion in this event in the S7 class. He swims down in lane 0, so we'll keep an eye on Mikey Jones. See if he can challenge in terms of points. It was very close in terms of points, actually. Ollie Carter was at the top. Justin Capps and Inigo Lopez Sanz tied for second place. The Spanish swimmer in the S8 class. He goes in lane number 7, so keep an eye on him. He's a former European champion in this event, so expect a big points total for the Spanish swimmer as well. It's in lane 7, so 3 lanes from the top. Out ahead though, looking pretty familiar to the race that we had this morning in the heats. Justin Capps and Ollie Carter, with Kieran Williams not too far behind. Ollie Carter came off that wall pretty well. The German swimmer Justin Capps breathing over. You can see Ollie Carter. Justin Capps, of course, a Paralympic finalist in this event. So Ollie Carter, the young Great Britain swimmer, in there with the very best in the world. And holding his position at the minute, Ollie Carter looks like he's going to go over there in first position. Very good off the wall again, Ollie Carter. Kieran Williams beginning to lose a little bit of ground now. It's Carter and Capps almost stroke for stroke there. Carter maybe just edging it as they come up to the 300 mark. These two have had 2 great tussles today. This being the second one of them. Ollie Carter, very good off the wall again. Ollie Carter will be trying to make his way into that Scotland Commonwealth Games team, I'm sure. And come and look at the 100 butterfly, the event offered for the S10 class in the Commonwealth Games, but it's the 400 tonight Ollie Carter is looking at. He would love to get in ahead of the German here. They've had two great tussles, as I said, and Ollie Carter's out on top at the moment. And what has Justin Capps got left here? These leading two, they're in the S10 class. It's going to be a big points total, I think, for these two. Ollie Carter holding on, but Justin Capps showing a real turn of speed here in the closing stages. I think the German might just take this one. His experience shows in the last half length here as Justin Capps stretches away from Ollie Carter. And it is going to be Germany first to the wall here in 4:19.59. 767 points. 7:59 for Ollie Carter. Can anyone challenge those points totals? Coming in lane number 7 is going to be Inigo Lopez Sanz. He's just coming to the wall now. The points total for the Spaniards, yes, 792 for Inigo Lopez Sanz. Puts them top at the moment. But Mikey Jones, the former Paralympic champion, right down here in lane 0 in the S7 class. Can he do something special here? It's Mikey Jones in 764 points for Mikey Jones. He does force his way into the reckoning here, but maybe in third position, Mikey Jones, just behind Justin Capps. So the results are confirmed on the scoreboard, and we see Mikey Jones, the last swimmer, into the wall, but he had the third top points total. Justin Capps will take the silver medal, 3 points ahead of Mikey Jones, but the gold will go to Spain, Inigo Lopez Sanz. Please welcome the finalists for the women's 200 metres freestyle national final. In lane 1, representing Kingston Royals, Caitlin Trevor. In lane 2, representing Richmond Dale, Ellen Stevenson. In lane 3, representing Carnegie, Keris Venter-Scott. In lane 4, representing Reading Signets, Fern Ioanu. In lane 5, representing Devonport, Abigail Daly. In lane 6, representing Motherwell and Wishaw, Amy McFarlane. In lane 7, representing South Ayrshire, Keris McCrindle. These are the finalists for the women's 200 metres freestyle national final. So 200 freestyle for women, this is the national final. All the swimmers in this one are in the S14 classification, so straight fight to the wall here. Fern Ioanu, very much the favourite, 239.25 in qualification. with Abigail Daly, second position in terms of qualification, 2:45.72. As they go over that first turn, you can see the field pretty much going according to the seeding coming into that one. The spearhead at the front of the field, Fern Ioanu. Just holding on to second place is Abigail Daly. And Kerry Sventer-Scott going well in third position. Kerry Sventer-Scott had a tight contest with Amy McFarlane in the heats. She's got the better of Amy McFarlane in these first half of this 200 metres freestyle. Fern Ioanu has gone away very well though, 1:11.57. She has a big lead of around about 5.5 seconds from the second pace swimmer, who is Kerry Sventer-Scott. Amy McFarlane now trying to come back on Abigail Daly, Devonport swimmer. McFarlane just pipped at the post by Kerry Sventer-Scott in the heats this morning. They were side by side. They've been split by a couple of lanes tonight. And Kerry Sventer-Scott with the edge over the two chasing swimmers, but Fern Ioanu very much living up to that favourites tag. Reading swimmer, 2:39.25 in the qualification. And looks like she's going to win this national final comfortably. And she comes in to the flags, into the red markers here. It's going to be a good improvement on the time from this morning. 2:32.43 for Fern Ioanu. Going to be followed, I think. It's either going to be Kerry Sventer-Scott or it's going to be Abigail Daly, because Abigail Daly putting on a little bit of a spurt at the end. Oh, and it's very tight indeed. 1 point separating them in the end, only 11/100ths of a second, but it is Kerry Sventer-Scott who gets the touch ahead of Abigail Daly, and Amy McFarlane, again, not too far behind. Ellen Stevenson coming in now for Richmond Dale. Stevenson, that entry time of 3:10 has improved that to 3:08. So a good swim from Ellen Stevenson. Keris McCrindle from South Ayrshire. She's coming in now. Just about on her time that she did in the heats this morning. And Caitlin Trevor coming into the last 10 metres. Caitlin, time of 3:39, I think that's just slipped by. But Caitlin Trevor from Kingston Wales will be the final swimmer to complete the distance in 3:47.58. And the result is confirmed. Fern Ioanu takes that national final. She dominated that race, and 1 point separated second and third. Kerry Sventer-Scott getting in ahead of Abigail Daly. Please welcome the finalists for the Women's 200 metres Freestyle World Series Final. In lane 1, representing Germany, Gina Bircher. In lane 2, representing Great Britain, Megan Neve. In lane 3, representing Great Britain, Bethany Firth. In lane 4, representing Great Britain, Jessica Jane Applegate. In lane 5, representing Great Britain, Louise Fiddis. In lane 6, representing Great Britain, Poppy Maskell. In lane 7, representing Great Britain, Georgia Sheffield. In lane 8, representing Canada, Clémence Paré. These are the finalists for the Women's 200 metres Freestyle World Series Final. So the centre lanes, all S14 swimmers. In the two outside lanes, we have Gina Butcher in the S4 classification. Down at the bottom there in lane 1, and Clémence Paré, the S5 swimmer from Canada, up there in lane number 8. Real quality field though with the S14s. Jessica Jane Applegate, Paralympic champion back in London in 2012. Bethany Firth, the champion in Rio in 2016. Both medalists in the Tokyo Games last year. These two will be the favourites. Louise Fiddis and Poppy Maskell. Might have something to say about that though. Poppy Maskell has been great already this year, and she leads them through the halfway point. And chased by, well, now coming back, Bethany Firth as they go into the halfway. Bethany Firth just for the edge over Poppy Maskell. Jessica Jane Applegate in 3rd spot. Louise Fiddis in 4th position. Bethany Firth looking good at the front of the field, a Paralympic silver medalist. Of course, qualification for the British team for the World Championships is up for grabs. Commonwealth Games qualification times as well for the England team, and that will concern the likes of Poppy Maskell, Louise Fiddis and Jessica Jane Applegate, with Bethany Firth representing Northern Ireland, of course. And Bethany Firth going over in 1:35.66. She looks like she might have this one sewn up. She's followed very closely by Jessica Jane Applegate, the two former Paralympic champions, as so very often at the front of the field. Louise Fiddis holding on there in 5th position. Poppy Maskell now struggling back in 4th place. But it looks like it's going to be Bethany Firth. Jessica Jane Applegate coming back strongly here in the closing stages. She's not going to catch Bethany Firth though. It is going to go to Bethany Firth, Jessica Jane Applegate in 2nd place, and Louise Fiddis in 3rd spot. So Bethany Firth in 2:09.63, Jessica Jane Applegate 2:10.18, and Louise Fiddis 2:12.54. As the other swimmers come in, we see Poppy Maskell in 4th, Megan Neve in 5th position, and in 6th place Georgia Sheffield. Still 2 swimmers left in the water, of course. The S4 swimmer is Gina Butcher of Germany. We've already seen her take 2 World Para Series titles in the first 2 days of competition. She had a big points total this morning in the heat. She's a European medalist in this event in the S4 class. She had 749 points in a time of 3:15.94. It's going to be very close to that 3:15 mark. It should be a big points total for Gina Butcher. In she comes, 3:13.60. It is an improvement, and it is 776 points think she's just going to miss out on the top 3 positions. As the final swimmer from Canada, Clémence Paré. Final swimmer in the water as we stand. It looks like Bethany Firth has that one ahead of Jessica Jane Applegate and Louise Fides in 3rd position. The Canadians getting behind their swimmer, Clémence Paré. Yes, 5 swimmer from Canada. A big presence from the Canadian team here. They've had some success already at this World Para Series. Great to see them here taking part in Aberdeen. I'd say that Aberdeen's a lot warmer than Canada at this time of year, so they're happy to be here. Clémence Paré into the finish, 4:09.68, and that's a big improvement from this morning's time. Something like 6 seconds almost of an improvement for the Canadian. So great to see that big improvement from heats to finals for her. Looks like we are going to get a confirmed result here. There we have the result confirmed on your scoreboard. Bethany Firth takes the title, 835 point. It's a World Series title for Bethany Firth of Great Britain. It's a British 1-2-3 with Jessica Jane Applegate taking silver and Louise Fides taking the bronze. So, just waiting for the appointed start time of the final 2 events here, and that's the men's 200 freestyle. We have the national final, followed by the World Series final. Good performances there from the women in the 200 freestyle. Hopefully we're going to have something similar for the men. Some big names going in both the finals, actually, so ones to watch out for. Please welcome the finalists for the men's 200 metres freestyle national final. In lane 1, representing Blythe, Andrew Bihari. In lane 2, representing East Lothian, Dylan Blakely. In lane 3, representing Bridge of Dawn, Matthew Scott. In lane 4, representing Plymouth Leander, Cameron Verncombe. In lane 5, representing Littlehampton, Joseph Greaves. In lane 6, representing Basildon Phoenix, Rio Rogers. In lane 7, representing Kingston upon Hull, Owen Garsides. In lane 8, representing Derwentside, Lyndon Longhorn. These are the finalists for the men's 200 metres freestyle national final. There's 14 swimmers all the way with the exception of Lyndon Longhorn, who goes in lane number 8. He'll be very much swimming his own race as the only S4 swimmer in this particular national final. Still, as we have said all evening, it's not necessarily the swimmer that touches the wall first who gets the highest points total. It's closest to the world record mark for their own classification. S14 swimmer though, Cameron Burncombe, has been on great form, you have to say. Cameron over the last couple of days making big inroads to his times. On a very good 100 breaststroke yesterday, very good individual medley on day 1 as well, so no surprise to see him out ahead of the field in this 200 freestyle. Swimming with Plymouth Leander, of course that is the home club of Reeston, the world record holder and Paralympic champion. So not a bad place for Cameron Burncombe to be. And he leads the rest of the field. 59.28 for Cameron Burncombe at the halfway point. Joseph Greaves in second position. In third, Dylan Bleakley. Fourth, Rio Rogers. And fifth, Owen Garsides. Keep an eye on Lyndon Longhorn as we come into the closing stages of this one. He is going to be some way behind the rest of the field, but we'll watch out for the points and watch out for Lyndon's British record to see if he can challenge that. Cameron Burncombe, though, just stretching away from the others in this field. He swam 2:08.33 in the heats. As I said, very much an improved swimmer. I remember seeing him swim in the British Parameet 3 years ago in Glasgow. Massive improvement in that time for Cameron Burncombe. Into the wall in 2:04.18. Excellent swim again from Cameron Burncombe. And he should take the national final unless Lyndon Longhorn can challenge his points total. The other S14 swimmers all coming in. Joseph Greaves, Rio Rogers, Dylan Bleakley, Owen Garsides, they all come in. Andrew Bahari from Blythe is going to be coming in now in lane number 1. And Lyndon Longhorn has just gone over on his final turn. So Lyndon Longhorn, turn our attention to him. What a week he has been having. He's been having some great tussles with Xavi Torres of Spain, the experienced Paralympian. 7 times a Paralympian, Xavi Torres. It was his Paralympic debut for Lyndon Longhorn in Tokyo. He came away with a number of British records, a number of personal best times for Lyndon Longhorn. Let's have a look at the clock here. He was actually inside his British record time in the heats this morning, 3:22.15. Can he challenge that time again? It'd be great to see him go under the 3:22 mark. It's just going to go by, but it is Lyndon Longhorn, 3:23.53 for the swimmer from Derwent's side. And that British record earlier today, 3:22.15. Well done, Lyndon. 531 points for the S4 swimmer. So Cameron Burncombe way ahead of the others in that field. Another great performance from the Plymouth Leander man. Cameron Burncombe takes it 2:04.18, 741 points, with Joseph Greaves in second position and Rio Rogers in third. One more race to go in this programme for tonight. One more World Series champion to crown. And is the men's 200 freestyle World Series final. Please welcome the finalists for the men's 200 metres freestyle World Series final. In lane 0, representing Great Britain, Scott Quinn. In lane 1, representing Great Britain, Jack Milne. In lane 2, representing Great Britain, Dylan Broom. In lane 3, representing Great Britain, Jordan Catchpole. In lane 5, representing Great Britain, George Kilman-Johns. In lane 6, representing Great Britain, Louis Lawler. In lane 7, representing Canada, Tyson McDonald. In lane 8, representing Belgium, Aymeric Parmentier. In lane 9, representing Great Britain, Gavin Roberts. These are the finalists for the men's 200 metres freestyle World Series final. Great swim in the heat for George Kilman-Johns, 201.70. Amongst the more experienced internationalists, Jordan Catchpole, gold medalist from the Tokyo Paralympic Games. He goes in lane number 3. So it's just below those yellow lane markers. No one in lane number 4. So there's a spare lane in between George Kilman-Johns and Jordan Catchpole. Louis Lawler on the upside of George Kilman-Johns, just one lane up from the swimmer in lane number 5. They are probably going to be the big 3. All the swimmers in this field are in the S14 classification. Dylan Broom going well in lane number 2 with that red cap as well. Jordan Catchpole first into the wall. George Kilman-Johns just 6/100ths behind him. Louis Lawler in 3rd and Dylan Broom in 4th. Those 4 well clear of the others in this field. Jordan Catchpole really trying to put on the power here. He would dearly love to get under that 2-minute mark. What a Tokyo Games he had. Anchorman in that 4x100 freestyle mixed relay team, taking that gold medal. Follow up on a great performance that he had in the World Championships in 2019. It looks like it is going to be Jordan Catchpole pulling away now from the others. Dylan Broom still going well. Louis Lawler trying to catch George Kilman-Johns now. But it is Jordan Catchpole now against the clock. I think he's going to hold on to this one comfortably. It was an excellent 3rd 50 for Jordan Catchpole. Louis Lawler finishing really fast in lane number 6, but it is going to be Catchpole. Is it going to be under the 2 minutes? Just over 2 minutes, 0.31 for Jordan Catchpole. A really fast finish from Louis Lawler to take 2nd position in 201.81, with George Kilman-Johns in 3rd and Dylan Broom just in 4th position. Wow, Jordan Catchpole worked hard for that one in the second half of that race. And he got his rewards at the end. It is Jordan Catchpole who will be the World Series champion in the 200 metres freestyle, ahead of Louis Lawler and George Kilman-Johns. Well, thank you everyone for your attention tonight. It's been another great night of finals. The titles were shared about the countries. Good night for Spain. A couple of titles for the Spanish swimmers. Great Britain did well as well. So excellent to see these titles, these fast times, close races, and very close to some record-breaking performances as well. It's been another good night, but of course we've got one more day of competition to go, and that will be in tomorrow morning, which starts at 9:30. Let me thank our technical officials who are on the poolside. They've done us proud yet again, and I invite them to leave the poolside now. Thank you very much again to your technical officials. They will be back tomorrow. We hope that you will all be back tomorrow, either here in the venue or on the live stream. It's the final day of competition, which kicks off, the action kicks off at 9:30 in the morning, UK local time here in Aberdeen. It's going to be another good day of action. We hope you can join us, but for now, it's goodbye.
Attention, please. Here's something I bet you didn't know. Not all supplements are created equal. At Healthspan, our omega-3 oil is sustainably sourced from the South Pacific Ocean. We find our turmeric on the southern slopes of India, and our cod liver oil comes from the cold, crisp seas of Greenland. We work hard to seek out the best ingredients for all our supplements, because that's the Healthspan way. We're healthspan.co.uk. Vitamins and supplements in-store or direct to your door.
SIM-only plans? There are always so many tempting options. So you jump headfirst into a long contract, which keeps you locked in for 12 months.
Somebody let me out!
At Labara, we offer great value plans and total flexibility. You can get 10 gigs of data, unlimited UK minutes and texts, and 100 international minutes for just £10 a month. And you can change or cancel anytime.
Now I feel free!
Buy now at labara.co.uk.
Are they about to triple their gold medal total tonight? It's an all-British podium on home soil.